Okay, we're going to look at Peacherine Rag by Scott Joplin today. Beginners, right hand only. Starts off with a couple of semitones. F up to F sharp and then G. Thumb under, nice and quiet, none of this stuff because we want to keep our hand quiet so the little finger can get right up to that C. Here we go. All the same hand position here. I like it a little bit detached because when you have the left hand it makes sense. Down to the D, 1, 2, 3, so get those 3 fingers down to that D. Our first real challenge, an arpeggio up to the F. 2 finger on G, see my thumb is already under there for that B. Nice and quiet hand, not, okay, and up to the F. Little jump down to the thumb. Next section, little finger on E. Now in this section, we're going to have a stretch, thumb to second finger. Always get the beginning of your section ready before you start playing it. Switching from 4 to 3 there is important. And bring it home, back to 4. Okay, we've voiced our chords in the Play Piano Chords Today Book 2. You'll notice there is no C chord or A minor chord in the voicing chart because you've already learned those in Play Piano Chords Today 1. So we start with a basic C major chord, but instead of playing it solid, we've learned in Book 1 to play it stride, which means root and then top of the chord. And for beginners, stay with this simple form of stride. We can get more complicated later, but this gives you a chance of keeping your hand going while you add in the right hand melody. Okay, so after C, we go down to G7. It gives you no clue as to which way to voice it, so I can go to this G7, or I could go to this G7, D on the bottom or B on the bottom. I think I'm going to choose D on the bottom because I can see coming up ahead I have to put my D on the bottom. So here we go, G7 chord, popping along. Now I get G7/D, D sharp diminished, and E on the bottom of a C chord. Handy to just go through that section, finding all your chords in a solid version before you stride. Back to C in regular root position. Up to E major, I like it in root position for stride, and A minor. Gives a nice root motion happening there. Okay, A minor. Now the real crux, we're going to have to spend a little time on this part. D minor 7/F, F sharp diminished, C/G, A7/G, D7/F sharp, G7/F, C/E, and bottom. Take that section, split it into 2 or 3 small sections, and just practice going from one chord to the next chord, back and forth. When that's comfortable, take the F sharp diminished and go to the C. And so on right to the end. Once you can get 2 chords moving smoothly, then add 3 chords. Add D minor, F sharp, C. And then go C, A7, D7. So you can see you'll have to work on that a little bit in order to put the hands together nicely. I like to, when I have the chords nice and solid, I like to walk up like this. D minor/F, F sharp diminished, G/C, G/A7, F sharp for the D7 chord, F for the G7 chord, E, and C. One more time. Let's put those hands together. We've worked really hard on our right hand and it's singing. Our left hand chords, we have sweated through it and we have them under our fingers. We're going to start off with some C stride and bring in our right hand. Now if you're new to hands together, you can play just some stride at the beginning of each bar until you can get that momentum going, like this. All the way through. And then when you've done that enough times, you can do it all the way like this. I'm going to take a little pause, get myself ready. Here we go. I like to end that with a little solid chord. Do nothing while my right hand does the pickup. Up to the E chord, A minor. Another little solid chord. Now here comes my home stretch. Here we go. Ending with a nice E, G, C and a C, E, G. Have some fun with it.